What is this new argument? The presidential term, which was previously 6 years, was reduced to 5 years by the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. Currently, Article 32 of the Constitution clearly states that the presidential term is 5 years. However, Article 83B of the Constitution states, a bill for the amendment or for the repeal and replacement of or which is inconsistent with the provisions of paragraph 2 of Article 30 or of paragraph 2 of Article 62, which would extend the term of office of the President or the duration of Parliament, as the case may be, to over 6 years shall become law if the number of votes cast in favour thereof amounts to not less than 2/3 of the whole number of members, is approved by the people at a referendum. Now, some argue that only an extension beyond 6 years necessitates a 2/3 majority and a public referendum. This implies that changing the current 5-year term to 6 years, an increase of just 1 year can be done without a public referendum, according to some interpretations. Is this a feasible course of action? Rohan Hettiarachchi, Executive Director of People's Action for Free and Fair Elections, or PAFREL, asserts that there is no possibility of extending the President's term by 1 year.
The 19th constitutional amendment aimed to lift the president's term of office of 2 terms and reduce the term duration from 6 years to 5 years. This legislative intent, often scrutinized in court, was to explicitly shorten the term from 6 to 5 years. Under Article 32 of the 1978 Constitution, the presidential term was initially set at 6 years. However, the 19th Amendment clearly redefined this term as 5 years under the same article. Consequently, we conducted a presidential election based on this amended 5-year term, which concluded accordingly. Therefore, reverting to a 6-year term is not permissible. Gotabaya Rajapaksa also contested for a 5-year term as stipulated by the country's constitution. Therefore, there is no legal provision to extend that 5-year mandate for 6 years. This has been defined legally, and there also lies a moral issue as well.
This is the position of the SJB.
When Maithripala Sirisena became president, the 19th Amendment was not yet in place and his term was set for 6 years. However, after his election, the amendment reduced the presidential term to 5 years, affecting his tenure. Consequently, Ranil Wickremesinghe, who succeeded Gotabaya Rajapaksa, can only serve the remaining portion of the 5-year term for which Gotabaya was elected. Therefore, he cannot extend his term to 6 years under any circumstances. After the 16th of next month, the Election Commission is vested with the power to call for a presidential election. That is not something in the control of Ranil Wickremesinghe or the government. The election is supposed to take place between September and October.
මාසේ 16 අතර දවසක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මැතිවරණය පැවැත්වෙන්නට නියමිත පරිදි.
The National People's Power asserts that there is no chance of extending the succeeding president's term by 1 year.
There has been speculation about preparations to postpone the elections due to fear. Our country currently has a succeeding president. This president, Ranil Wickremesinghe, is not serving a term originally designated for him but is completing the remainder of Gotabaya Rajapaksa's term. When this term concludes, he will have to step down. The Election Commission has already set a timeline for the electoral process. By the end of July, the Commission can begin the nomination process and elections must be held between mid-September to early October. This schedule is clear and definitive. The repeated discussions about election postponement highlight the apparent fear of facing the ballot. Furthermore, this government lacks a proper mandate and this emphasizes the need for presidential elections.
The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna holds the majority power in the current government. The leader of the SLPP, former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, responded.
එහෙම වෙන එක නෑ මං හිතන්නේ එච්චර මූලකමක් කරයි කියලා. එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂය අවසානයේ තමයි ඒක.